In our today's feature presentation, we want to introduce you to a simple to follow trading system. When you ask yourself, what shall a simple to follow trading system contain? Then the answer is easy. It shall have clear-cut entries, clear-cut positive exits, and a clear-cut place to place a stop or to repair a trade. My name is Thomas Baumann. I'm your presenter today, and I want to make you aware of the risk of trading. What you see here on the chart is the Australian dollar, US dollar Forex pair. Yeah? And you see what we did here is we started to color sequences. So up sequence, all these candles are colored in blue. Also the candles that close lower, those are the filled ones. Yeah. And when you have a down sequence, like here, that is colored in red. So you get an idea already of potential developing trends to the upside or to the downside. Question will be, where is entry and where is exit? So let us jointly highlight where the system would take an entry and where the system would spell out an exit. Yeah, so we go step by step. That's a daily chart right now. We go to lower time frames where I will show you so those patterns are repetitive, and that's important for every trader and for every trading system that you get repetitive actions. The period we are observing is the first 3 months basically of 2017. And now let's look where we would have system entries and how you would define a system exit. So this would be your first entry. How do we come to that? There is a new candle color sequence of color 1, color 2 in blue. Yeah, so two blue ones. Then our buy stop goes above the high of the second candle. That would be the stop. And then we'll be in it for what's up there. Yeah, so you see at the current bar 43 individual pips of moving. That's what we expect on a daily chart. And also we know a second thing, we have to make a revision of the direction of the 3 bars. So very simple here. So here you see quick move to the upside, bar number 3, either you'll be out of here, or when you momentum trade, or you'll be out after these 43 pips into the desired direction. And again, you see these setups repeat themselves. Let me pick another one to the short side up here. So that's short, 1, 2, 3, closing at bar 3, or the desired pip range spelled out up here is giving you an idea of where you want to trade to. And let me do that here again. That's a very beautiful one. So you see, you have a system that spells out on the chart where is my entry, where is my exit, and how do I get through the trade. Let us now go down to a lower level, and we chose a 1-hour chart for the same pair, Australian dollar to US dollar. And let's highlight the happening of the last couple of days. Yeah, so what you have here is basically 2 days. And we'll see here, okay, there's the first sequence that's set up. And when we follow the same rationale, bang, we came to target. And then there's another setup here potentially, but it is not because the next candle didn't take out the low. And then we have another setup here that came to target. There is a potential loss. And right now we are not having a clear direction. But we will work with you that you get an understanding of how prices move so that you not purely mechanically trade, that you see why there is always such a sequence in the development of a price to the downside. And when it goes up, there's also a certain sequence that you can spot and follow right from your charts. We also offer systems with a higher level of convenience where you don't have to work all the details out. They are spelled out for you right on the price chart. So like here, for example, there is where you place your buy stop order, buy above. That's DES on the daily chart, 2,307. Yeah, so then you know, okay, there's my entry point, the next candle ticked higher. So you would be in a trade, and exit point is also formulated here. It sits right behind that number 5 bar. But on the other hand, you see here, there was the entry and there was the clear-cut exit put by a dot on the chart, but also formulated above there as a SPU, yeah, that's our speed unit movement. So it says here at the current bar, measured at the last bar, expect about a 16-point move on the ES if a confirmed signal is on the horizon or on the brink. But the key to it is that's what you see here is called level illustrating trend catching. So in a trend, we want you to not only ride it out, we want you also to participate multiple times as long as the trend continues in one direction, and I'll show you the details here. We call our systems high probability systems, and let us go jointly and see why. Yeah? So a high probability system has to have more winners than losers on clear-cut entries and exits. So we'll look at it. And also you might ask yourself, what's that bottom indicator? It shows you, which we call the balance of power. So what's more there? Buying pressure in blue or selling pressure in red? Yeah, so you just get a good feel and idea where the pressure comes from. And when you see these buy points, those are supporting points, helping you also to find trade entries when you have an additional buy point here on the bottom. And in our systems always, we only trade when the price threshold formulated or the high of the candle with the buying pressure is taken out. So for example, at this candle up here, the next candle didn't tick higher, so therefore we didn't want it. But here on that one, we definitely captured it. Here, and bang, we would be out here at the opening or the closing of that candle, because again, we go in a trade to target or for a maximum of 3 bars, or after 3 bars, we make a judgment call if we want to go into bar number 4 or not. So you have a time-based exit and you have an action-based exit at your point. So here, this one, target is right here. We had a winning trade. Yeah, so number 2, target is here in the parameters of what we wanted to do. Okay, so number 2 winning trade. Yeah, so this one would not be ticked in, yeah, because next candle wasn't higher. This one we have to run after a little, but it comes to target. You see that here in the time frame we expect. So we have target number 3 coming home, and then we have here this one ticked in, target number 4 reached, yeah. And here on the short, we would say the same thing. After 3 bars judgment call, we go into bar number 4 in that one, because we were nowhere close to our stop. So you see, always at every entry we have a crossbar here in red telling you where to place the stop. So the stop was not hit at bar number 3. Yeah, it was close but not hit, and so therefore we go in bar number 4. And also here we don't make the desired goal, but we basically come out in a scratch trade after this one. But if you even count it as a losing trade, then we would have 4 winners in a row and 1 losing trade. That's what we call high probability trading. You might at this point say, wow, a daily chart, why should I trade that? Because we'll help you in our mentorships to have multiple streams of income on different time scales. And when that is too big for you to trade from the risk tolerance a daily chart on the ES, we help you to follow that action with options where you can basically tame your risk increments in $100 increments and still follow the major direction. And then surely we have a system that scales itself down to lower time frames. So let us do that and we see how it performs. What you see here is a 30-minute chart just for the day session for the ES, so the E-mini S&P 500, and we highlight the individual opportunities. Yeah, so on that second 30-minute candle of the day here, we had our sell signal coming in, which was valid. Then we know at that point, yeah, what's the desired price move. So it's like here 5 points. Yeah, so that's what we would trade for. And then here comes the second one. Yeah, if you didn't take this one, at least that one comes, and it has a clearly spelled out exit point, yeah, which was reached in the next candle, and we want to trade again 3 candles, judgment call at candle number 4 to be out, and we'll do that again here in this one. And you see, okay, in the continuation we get a confirmation for the trade, but we are in it already, and we close this trade, and then in the end of the day are pointing to the downside, but next candle didn't tick it out, so therefore no reason to get engaged on this one. So what are the results of our individual trading opportunities that we highlighted here? Yeah? On number 1, we're making the difference between here 48 and 54, so that counts up to a 6-point winner. And here we basically bank the difference between 42 and 50, so that's an 8-point winner. Adding the 2 trades that occurred on 3/21 together, we would have produced a win of 14 points. Yeah? And when you translate 14 points, that equals $700 per contract that would have been captured with the price moves clearly spelled out either at that candle number 2 of the day or here with the candle number 3 and then afterwards here at the candle number 5 of the same sequence. Yeah, and again, always you have a clear-cut exit point for the negative side, a stop, so you know in place where you enter and where you exit, and also we help you to bring these two in balance, spelling out if the risk reward setup is favorable for you or it's risky, and also we help you to spell out your stop and your target. Yep. So all of that gives you a big convenience with the more advanced system. So again here, that's Never Lost Trading Trend Catching system, or the basic system which I showed you first, which is just trading by colors. That is called tradecolors.com. We teach the individual strategies and how to apply all these concepts in mentorships one-on-one, where we train and coach you. And within that, we install the software for you and you receive free real-time data, yeah, so you don't have fees. For that, you always know clear-cut entries, exits, and stops. We help you with position sizing, in particular to prevent drawdowns. And as you saw, you always know your time in a trade. For how long do I want to be in a trade until I close it when my favorable direction is confirmed? How do I handle the risk? And as shown very early, we work with you on a business plan to produce hopefully multiple streams of income, or we'll focus on multiple instruments, because why would you want to trade an instrument that is not moving? You see, then the system will not give you an entry or an exit signal. And with that said, when you want to be part of this, then ask us for our spring special, and you can call us at the office 866-455-4520 or write us an email to contact@neverlosttrading.com, and we are happy to work with you, introducing you to high probability trading with clear-cut entries, exits, and stops. Thank you very much for your attention. We are looking forward to hearing back from you. Bye-bye.